If the reason you're not receiving more money isn't because you're bad at manifesting, what if it's because you've unconsciously decided that more money is harder to receive? Most of the people that I work with have already proven that you can manifest. So it's not a question of how to manifest because you've manifested money showing up unexpectedly. I've had clients call in, manifest the exact amount that the container that they joined, like the amount that it was, new clients, more opportunities, raises, refunds, checks in the mail, which checks in the mail is one of my favorite because it's so old school. But the issue isn't whether you can receive. The question is, why are you still receiving the same amount over and over? Why are you unable to receive, call in, manifest larger amounts of money at one time? Have you ever noticed how some amounts feel believable and some feel impossible? Saying to somebody, oh, I just called in, or oh, I just received $100. That feels easy, right? $500. That feels possible. $1,000. Ooh, that might be a little bit exciting. $10,000. Oh, I just called in $10,000. Oh, I just manifested $10,000. Oh, Ashley, I just received $10,000. Starts to feel a little iffy, probably. And a number like $100,000, probably immediately you're like, I don't think that's going to happen. Notice that, okay? Notice what happened. The amount changed, therefore your relationship to it changed. And the truth is if you can call in $100, $5, $50, $1,000, if you can call in smaller amounts of money, you can call in, you can receive larger amounts of money because it's the same thing. This is where the misunderstanding happens with a lot of people that say, I want more money and aren't receiving it. And it's like, Ashley, why isn't this working? How come I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not receiving more, right? Like, and sometimes what can happen is I'm actually receiving less. And here's the thing, you might say, I want more money, but unconsciously you're thinking, shit, more money requires more work. More money requires more sacrifice. More money requires more responsibility. That was a big one for me for a long time. More money requires more stress. Oof, right? Especially if you're thinking the how the money will come in, how you believe it is possible for the money to come in. So you're saying you want more money. You're unconsciously having thoughts that aren't great around more money requiring work, sacrifice, responsibility, stress. And your nervous system is saying, let's stay where it's safe because you've attached difficulty, stress, overworking, all of this to larger amounts. So, of course, you're not going to receive larger amounts. It's not safe in your body. So, what do we do then, right? Ask yourself, at what amount do you start feeling the tension in your body? So go back and think about receiving $100. Like to me, it's like, meh, right? There's no tension around that. Receiving $500, no tension, right? Receiving $1,000. This is where a lot of people start to spike. And it's like, what does that feel like in your body? Do you notice some tightening, some clenching? Do you notice like a butterfly feeling? What is it? What do you feel in your body? Now think about $5,000 and $10,000. And then we get to $100,000. The sensation for me when I start to get to my limit or and when I say limit, it's not an actual limit to what you can receive. It's a limit in your safety, right? And that's where we need to do the work. It's so for me, it feels like a tightening, like I feel weight on my chest. And it's like my body is saying that doesn't feel safe. Now, is it unsafe? No, it's just that's what my nervous system, that's what our nervous systems that's the capacity that we have in this moment. So it's not going to be excitement, it's tension. And it's not about the amount that you want, it's what amount starts making you think, well, how would that happen? That's unrealistic. Who am I to receive that? What would other people think of me if I received that, or if they found out that I received that? Oh, I'd have to work so hard. This is so rampant because our society has conditioned us to believe that harder work is required in order to receive more. And another is, oh, that would never happen. That would never happen to somebody like me. I have so many people that have said to me, so many clients in the past that they're like, okay, but that's easy for you, but I'm talking about me. Or like, I can believe, Ashley, that that happened for you and that it's easy for you. I just don't believe that it can happen for me. And that is going to prevent you from receiving more and more. And it's not this, oh, I believe, I'm just going to decide that I believe. I mean, it is, but I'm just going to decide that I believe that it can happen for me. That's not good enough. Like I shouldn't say it like that. That's not good enough. It's not good enough to just be like, okay, fine, I believe. You have to create safety in your body because otherwise, your physical body, your nervous system is going to. I just see like, uh, okay, I'll just say it. It's like you're just dragging a dead body along, right? It's like not helpful. You want your nervous system, your body and your brain and your soul and your desires to like be walking hand in hand, right? So it is imperative that you create safety within your system, okay? But that is your current receiving limit. That is what you're going to unconsciously allow yourself to receive unless you do work on this. This might sting a little. If you believed that money came from consciousness, that money came from, I believe, I decide, I've created safety, the world, the outer world is a reflection of my inner world. If you truly believed that money came from God or the universe, however you choose to see it, or even just from within, why would any amount be harder to receive than another? Why is $100 easy, but $100,000 hard? Who decided that? You did, unconsciously. But it doesn't have to be that way. Because what is actually happening is you don't have a money ceiling, you have a safety ceiling. More money doesn't just mean more money. Money is neutral. We assign meaning to it. But more money might mean being seen, being judged, outgrowing people, making bigger decisions, having more responsibility, living differently than the people in your life, than your family of origin. And that can feel downright terrifying. And so we're always going to stay at the level that feels familiar until we consciously choose to do something different. Maybe stop asking yourself how much money you want to receive and start asking yourself how much money feels safe to receive. Because they're more than likely two different numbers. And if you're plateauing financially, start there. You don't need another strategy. You don't need another manifestation technique. You already know how to do this. But get honest about what is happening unconsciously, what you've decided unconsciously that receiving more has to be difficult because it doesn't have to be difficult. And when you are somebody that is fought to be successful, when you are somebody that has overexerted and abandoned yourself, like self-abandoned, to make sure that everything is all squared away and taken care of, this identity shift can feel wrong. It can feel difficult. It can feel impossible. but I promise you it is worth it. And it is not impossible for you. It is not as difficult as your subconscious, your nervous system, your brain wants you to believe it is. Your income does not reflect how much money is available. It reflects how much money you feel safe in receiving. If you are ready to receive more while doing less, DM me the word ready and we can chat to see if working one-on-one or one of my upcoming containers is the right fit for you. Also, as always, I will be posting more content on manifestation, but even deeper than manifestation, the inner shift required to receive more and more while doing less. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel or my TikTok channel, and I will see you in the next video.